Hey, how you like me now? Sorry, it's Imran Web Squadron. It's Thursday. I'm feeling pumped up today just because I got some stuff done, as I do, and got 3 new videos recorded. Do you know something? We're on a bit of a roll. My plan by Friday is to get 15 videos done. And look at what we've done so far. So far, we've hit our 15 videos. Oh, look at that. 15 videos. 3 more recorded. But I think I might get 2 more done tomorrow, which takes our total up to 17. I love it when I get stuff done. One of the videos I did today was actually on the back. Hey, George. One of the videos I got today was actually on the back of a bit of criticism. Not criticism. No, scratch that. It was not criticism. It was a debate I had with someone. And they're not actually someone who comes on. They're not from the live chat, by the way. Hey, Brian. They're not anyone I really know. It was just someone who connected with me. And we had a bit of a debate. And it was something to do with WordPress. And what they said, hey, Andrew. And what they said was, if you use WordPress, you can't call yourself a web designer. Hey, Jason and Andrew McKim. Andrew, where are you based? Are you in Scotland? I mean, that's a bit generalistic of me, but whereabouts are you based, Andrew? I'm guessing by your surname, are you from the UK? I've never really checked, Andrew, where you're from. And, God, these peanuts are salt and vinegar, right? They're very vinegary. So this person said to me, hey, Dennis, this person said to me that if you use WordPress, hey, Eddie, if you use WordPress, you're not a, hey, Jimmy, how you doing? If you use, sorry, let me say it again. If you use WordPress, you're not a designer. You can't call yourself a web designer or a web developer or anything like that. And I said to them, why not? And they were like, because you're not building from scratch with HTML and CSS and JavaScripting. And I've got some HTML and CSS experience in building, before I started using WordPress. However, that was a long time ago and I didn't develop it fully. JavaScripting scares the shit out of me. But he was from that kind of school of thought where if you use a WordPress, you are not a web designer or a developer. And because I use Elementor a lot, that made things even 10 times worse. They were like, firstly, you're using WordPress, so you're not a designer or a developer. Number 2, you're using Elementor, which is even worse. And I was like, so what if so? I was just trying to get into their head with like, what's your problem? What is your problem? It's like saying, if I'm using something to get the job done, what does it matter? And even whether you're using WordPress or Elementor or Visual Composer or anything like that, exactly, George, it's BS. It does not matter because you still got to get the job done. And hey, Critical Worth, how you doing? Just quickly check the comments. Hey, everyone, if I haven't said hi already, don't forget to hit like. You bunch of people, hit like. Let me tell you a story, okay? 15 years ago, no, more than that, 17 years ago, we were building an information system for doctors in the NHS and all that. And we had to rely on our web team to create the front end. And the front end was created with HTML and CSS, line by line, coding, right, to get it to look the way. And it took a while. Now, if we're going to build it, the data and the report sits in the back end, SQL, programming, databases, right? That's where all the number crunching goes on. The front end now, you could build in so much quicker and fancier, in a quicker, more efficient way, more responsive way as well. And I was trying to get this person to understand that it doesn't matter how you get there as long as you get there. And it's a bit like when you build a house. Do you build a house brick by brick? Do you build a house with a timber frame, as they do in some countries? Do you build a house with mud, which is okay in some places? Do you build a house with prefabricated modular buildings? They're built somewhere and then it's delivered and it's craned into place. As long as you get the job done, who cares? But it was just the way they were very like, oh, web designers, you know, forget the fact we use Elementor. The fact that we use WordPress was enough for them to go, you're not a web designer. And it was like, whatever. But it made me create a video, which I'm currently uploading as we speak. There you go. It's now uploaded. So I am now going to release it now. So I've just released another video. I recorded it an hour ago, edited it, and I've now uploaded it, and it is out there on there. Zion Builder, sorry. Exactly, George, you know. Ask Jimmy, look, if you're on your, Jimmy, don't worry. Don't worry about tagging on the mobile. Just put in your comments as you do. People will see it. People will read it. People will say, hey, we love you, and all of that, all right? So everyone's fine. But yeah, it was one of those very interesting kind of mini arguments with like, why is it to this day we still have this problem with whether you can call yourself a designer or a developer or anything like that, depending on the tool you use? Why do we still have that problem? Does anyone else come across that? Does anyone else enter into debates about that? Yeah, a very good point, Dennis. I bet he was probably using tools as well. You're very, very, very true. Ah, nice one, Paul. Careful, Paul. There'll be too much sound. It'll be like, you know, what the heck's Imran saying? Do you know something, Eddie? I think in the old days, WordPress was a sucker for getting hacked and spammed like mad. When WordPress was still just came out, it was a sucker for getting hacked. However, things have moved on. Things are a whole lot better now, right? Hey, Mark. Yeah, I mean, it's like, when I got my first car in 2003, it was a Fiat Punto. It was end of 2002, actually, Fiat Punto. And I remember I worked in the when I got it, I was just about to leave Leicester City Council before I moved to the NHS. And there were loads of people there that said, oh, you got a new car, but I bet you don't know how to fix the engine. You got a new car, you think you can drive it, but I bet you don't know how to fix the engine. When I was young, me and my dad, we used to sit there and we used to tweak the engine. By the way, these men were in their late 50s and 60s at this point of time, and we are talking about 2002. So they were born in the, I would say they were born in like 1950s, okay? You know, you got yourself a car, but you don't... Hey, Curtis, you got yourself a car, but you don't know how to fix the engine. And I said to them, that's because we have garages. That's because we have people that look after the MOT and all of that. I don't need to worry about that, right? That's not my problem. Because their opinion was that you don't know how to drive a car because you don't know how to fix it. And it was like, why does that even come into play? Very true, George. A lot of people that say they can do it and they outsource. That's very true as well. I'm just enjoying the comments on here. I quite like the conversation between Jimmy and Jason about the autumn weathers. I find that there is something very soothing about autumn colours. I just don't like the cold. Exactly. And, you know, I mean, there are so many tools. There are so many ways. I mean, even Photoshop. Photoshop allowed people that had a talent and a skill for designing logos and images. I mean, look, I love drawing, okay? But do I have the paint? Do I have the time to paint an image? No. I don't have that skill to make an image feel wonderful and amazing because, you know, your colours run and you put the wrong colour in and you did the wrong drawing. Photoshop allowed me to do digital drawings with layers and delete, remove, fade in, all of this stuff. But I remember when I used Photoshop and I was doing images and drawings, do you know how much criticism I got from people saying, oh, you call yourself an artist, but that's not the same as real painting. You know, that's not the same as using a brush. This is a felt tip, by the way. It's not a paintbrush, but you get the idea, right? You're not really an artist. And it was like, come on. Do you know what I mean? Come on. Does anyone remember that era? So, you know, 2005, when I first started using Photoshop, the amount of people that like threw like shit at me. Lots of friends and people, you know, they're no longer friends, but like because I used Photoshop, I was still drawing, I was still colouring, I was still layering and painting and doing stuff. I was just using it in a digital way. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, you know, oh God, you know. So I just think like when we have new tools, there's always this like, I just find it funny that even to this day, there are still people, hey Pixstar, how are you? Arguing about the whole WordPress, Elementor, Divi, Bricks, all of that. Let me just check the comments. Oh yeah, Andrew, you don't know how to watch a TV. Yeah. Right, Eddie's got a question there. So the purchase summary in the page settings in Elementor, will this overwrite the settings for Cartflow? Do you know what, Eddie? I think it will. I've never tested it, but I'm pretty sure that if you've got a cart flow that goes from cart to checkout to a thank you page or something else, the purchase summary widget, if you set it to be your purchase summary widget or whatever, it technically will overwrite. It will overwrite. Hey, B Informatica. Halloween online party. You what? That would be quite funny, wouldn't it? That would be quite funny. Hey, Gary. I've also recorded 2 other videos. One of them was about at what point do you charge your client? You know, do you charge them 50% at the beginning and the end, or pricing model phased plans? And I've also done a video about my tips for building responsive websites. My tips for building your websites better. So I've just got 9 tips. They're not great, but they're just my tips for how I like to approach it. To be honest, Eddie, what you need to do is create a virtual product which is free. No, don't do a virtual product. Just create a product for free. Create a product, a virtual one, set it as free, and then just go through your cart and checkout. Set the product up, give it a particular category so no one else can see it unless people can see your shop page, and then just go through the motion. Just go through the motion, yeah? And that will allow you to test it out. It's what we do whenever we make changes to our shop or our clients. I set up another product, set it to be 0 price, and then you just go through the motions. Exactly, Curtis. It's the same. I have to say, though, you know the AI generators? I am very amazed by what some of them can do. Some of the images are downright ugly, but some of the images and the that are coming out, I'm like, wow. You would not know that was AI. You would think someone had properly done that. And in a way they have, because someone has created it. You know, it's not like it just dropped out the sky. Kind of dropped out. Is anyone here going to WordPress US, by the way? WordCamp US. Is anyone here attending it? Yeah, very true, Brian. That's actually very true as well. Well, it's like calculators, isn't it? There used to be, you know, I remember when I was, 1995, I did mathematics A-level, and I had one of those fancy graphic calculators. They were quite big. They were wide and big, and it had a graphical display on, and you put in your formula, and it would draw the graph line on the calculator and work things out for you. And I remember people saying to me, oh, that's not real calculation. And it was like, well, no, I still have to work out my numbers. I still have to work out my X and Y axes. I still have to work out what I'm trying to achieve. All it does is kind of save me having to pick up like a Poisson distribution book or chi-square and sit there going, oh, yes, what is the statistical standard deviation, codswallop, and all of that. It's in San Diego, I think. Is it San Diego? And I think it's Friday to Tuesday. Starts tomorrow. Hey, Matt. Not seen you for a while. How are things with you? And how are things playing out with your... You know, you always seem to be, you know... It's like... Will he, won't he sign up to some... Yes, that's right, Brian. Texas. I have to say, that graphic calculator, I loved it. It stopped working. It literally stopped working 4 years ago. And I loved that calculator. It was amazing. I loved it. Oh, yeah, mate. I like my maths. I like my maths. Pythagoras' theorem, which is dead easy, right? Who doesn't know Pythagoras' theorem? Well, I'd like to think you know it. To be honest though, Eddie, so where you asked my question about do I do it on a staging site or do I do it on a live site, it depends on the change. And sometimes I just go for the live site because it's a test product and I like to know that everything works fine. Otherwise, I'll test it and then move it over to live and then test it again just to be sure. Critical worth. You need to create a free e-card. What will the e-card do though, critical worth? Will it have a QR code on it? I might go to WordCamp Europe next year. I might. I want to, but it depends on a lot of things. Oh, really, Andrew? I've never tried that with OneNote. You can write an equation, it will solve it for you and show the work. Wow, I've never tried that. I have seen Vedic maths. I don't get it, Andrew. I have seen it. I don't get it. Yeah, what kind of setbacks, Matt? Share your setbacks if you're willing to share them. Andrew, can I just check your question here? You know when you say you're writing to a client to tell him he has SSL and it is standard, but there are paid options, is that because they haven't got SSL, or are you saying they need to have SSL? To be honest, Eddie, I think that, believe it or not, I mean, even though I don't have one-to-one conversations with people like Adam from WP Crafter or Ferdy or Reno and all of that, they are aware of me, and when we do have the odd little comment or exchange, it's quite nice. It's a bit like with Paul. I didn't reach out to Paul. You know, Paul started joining in, and we built up a rapport. Same with Jeffrey from Lightbox. So it would be nice to meet up with some of them, and I'm sure we'll argue about different approaches and how we do things. And we talk about clickbait, because I'll probably mention it. Matt, don't bother. You know what it sounds like to me, Matt? This company, okay, they are probably getting cheap labour. They're getting cheap labour, and you're their backup. And then they're realising their cheap labour is not working out for them. Now they need you. And I'm going to say now, anyone who ignores you for 18 days and then keeps you hanging for another 2 months is not worth your time. If you want, take the call, all right? Find out how desperate they are, but unless they pay you up front, do not take the 50-50 offer, right? Do not take that. Because if you think about it, here's the agency owner. He has to negotiate how he gets paid from the client. To be honest, I don't give two shits how they get paid by the client. They are paying you, subcontracting to you. You make sure you get paid upfront in full. Until you learn to trust them, or you feel they earn your trust, not learn, earn your trust, okay? How they get their money back is a bit like a builder, right? If a builder is building a house and the builder hires someone to do the roofer will expect full payment. It does not matter that the builder said to the homeowner, you pay me in chunks or right at the end. That's between the builder and the clients, the web agency owner. But the roofer ain't going to wait. The roofer wants paying. So if the job is done and the job is a good one and it's signed off, they want paying. So it's for the builder to make sure they pay. So you make sure that if you do decide to take the call and you get a hint that they are desperate and they really want you, you get paid in full. What you don't do is wait till the end, because they might not pay up. I mean, I would say, though, that I hear what you're saying, Eddie, as well. There's quite a few that do what you've just said, I have to be honest. I don't. I was not paid to promote Depictor. I heard about it. I did my videos on it. I was not paid. I am reviewing a new plugin that I am not going to name yet until I know I'm properly happy with it. It basically helps you to white label your websites and all of that. They have a free version and a premium version. Okay? The premium version does some stuff, and I said to them on Tuesday, can you move those two things over to the free version? Because you're asking people to pay for something that they could actually do with another plugin. Move it over and you're more likely to have people use the free version. And you know what? They're doing it. Tomorrow, they will have moved it all over. I will do a video for them, but it is not a paid promotion. I heard about their product. I contacted them and says, look, I want to do a video, but if you could move this over, it makes it worth my time. Otherwise, I'm telling people about a product and then I'm going, yeah, but this important feature you can't have unless you pay. And they could easily turn around and go, yeah, but I can get that with that plugin. So I'm trying to show them that they can kill off 2 plugins with one solution for free. And that's how I like to approach things. I do not like to be bought. There's too many out there. Mr. Website Reviews. If you're watching Mr. Website Reviews, you know who I'm talking about. Basically, it's you. It's so obvious that you're being paid to promote bad stuff, but you don't care because, you know what, you probably get your money and your views. You didn't miss anything, Andrew. By the way, hey, Strafe, sorry if I didn't say your name. Dave, what's a reasonable price for a logo? It depends on the logo, Dave. Have you tried to do it yourself in Canva? Is it Dave, can you tell me, is it an intricate logo or a basic logo? What are we talking about here? Because the price would depend on the time and effort. Could you do it yourself in Canva? To be honest, Eddie, I think Adam is going down the promoting of the Shorecart, the Shore members, Shorecart, Shore members, Shore triggers. I think he's going down that route. And in a way, it's kind of true. Hey, Jason, I'm not ditching Elementor. I know why you said that, though, because Andrew goes, what am I missing? But no. Yeah, Jason, what you've said about being rude when they were challenged, I saw some of that as well. In fact, Mr. Website Reviews, I challenged him about one of his reviews, and I said, you have purposefully hidden the fact that what you're saying is not true. And you know what he did? He shut down the comments on his YouTube video. On one of his YouTube videos, he shut it down. Dave, how quick do you need this logo to be done? Because I'm going to be doing some Canva videos that will come out on Monday. Can you wait till Monday for the Canva videos? Or does it have to be like pretty quick? Does it have to be pretty quick, or can you wait until Monday? Can you wait till Monday? Or does it have to be quicker than that? So Andrew, do you work for the devs or do the devs work for you? Is that a question to me, Andrew? But what I love, yeah, is about this plugin, this company that created this plugin. They're based in the UK as well. In fact, they're not that far. Well, they're about 35 miles away from us. The fact that I approached them and says, look, I would love to review your plugin. No cost. You know, I just want to review it and let people know about it because I think this is really good. However, can you move 2 things over? And they went, yeah, they're going to do it. They understood why I asked. And they understood my point. And they were like, you know what? Yeah, we'll do it. Not because I asked, but because they saw my reasoning. And I love that. I love the fact that they were open to that idea. And I said to them, what you have in your premium is still worthy of a premium charge. But move these 2 things over and you've got a great product. Hey, Thomas, Elementor do not have a roadmap yet. No, Andrew, I'm not. To be honest, though, this plugin, they rolled out 2 years ago. But then during COVID, they focused more on their web design agency. And they didn't promote the plugin enough. Now, because I've had conversation with them. Now, hey, take care, by the way, Andrew. Now they're ready to really give it a good push because they've redeveloped bits of it. But I could see when I looked at their plugin, and I'm not going to tell you anything about it yet, I could see that their plugin, something that I would have said you should have as your free product, they had moved it over to premium. And I was like, no. Let me give you an example. Let's say in code snippets, right, which is free, you could do HTML and you could do CSS. But to add any JavaScript, you have to get the Pro. It wouldn't make sense, would it? Because you'd be like, why would you do that for? code snippets, it should have it in there. And this plugin is nothing to do with code snippets or JavaScript, but it's that kind of thinking, right? It's like Elementor. What if Elementor said you can't add images or video unless you have the Pro version? Can you imagine that? Elementor, right? You can't add images. You have to use the Gutenberg or the WordPress Classic editor for adding images. Unless you get Pro. It just wouldn't work, would it? We would not be touching Elementor, and that's what I said to them. You got a great product, you got something really good here. Get those two over, and I'm happy to review it, do a video on it, and I will let you know privately if I think there's anything not working well. Yep, sure, Andrew. Yeah, we'll get the video. Dave, yeah, wait till Monday. Sorry, I just saw that. Yep, cool. Just wait till Monday, all right? Because, exactly, Jason, about website review. I made a comment about a video he did where he was hiding the fact that what he was saying was not completely true, and he locked down the comments. And I was like, you're not, he didn't even respond to me. He just locked it down. And it was like, you arse. You know, logo is very important. I mean, what Jimmy says is very true. You know, you got to think about is, you know, what kind of logo is it? You know, what are you doing? But logos, you got to make sure you get them right. Right, I'm reading Matt's story now, by the way. Okay, we have a story on here, everyone. I'm not sure where Carapos has gone, to be honest. He might be on holiday. He might be on holiday. He still does come on the Web Squadron Facebook group. So Matt, the company reached out to him, blah, 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 blah. Full-time role. He was due to go. They cancelled 2 hours. He said it was okay. Took them 2 months to respond. You know, like I've said here, you know, they could easily respond to you, Matt. Let me tell you now. I mean, how many emails did you send to them? You know? And Matt, when you say they've won multiple digital awards, are these actually good awards? I'm just asking out of curiosity. Hey, John Ferris, how you doing? How are you, John? By the way, John, were you in my neck of the woods the other day? Were you in my neck of the woods, Syston? I think you were, weren't you, John? Weren't you in Syston a couple of days ago? What I will say, Matt, yeah, is unless they're going to pay you up front, right, for your time, if they're going to pay you up front with your time, I wouldn't go anywhere near this company either. They just sound to me like, remember I did the video, Bad Web Design Agency Tactics. That is exactly what they're doing. What were you doing then, John? I mean, I saw it. It didn't tell me what you were up to, though. I think you were meeting someone. Photo from Central Avenue. Were you taking photos? Were you taking photos? The thing is, though, Matt, when someone says that to you about 20, you know, whatever they're quoting, you got to take it with a pinch of salt. You got to take it with a pinch of salt, okay? Because, you know, it's very easy for them to say that. So you got to be very careful because I'm sorry to say it. Yeah, a bit like what Dave says. What awards did they win? I'd love to know that. A lot of agencies in the UK, and I hate to say that it's very common in the UK. I really hate to say that. But they want cheap labour, and then they will drop and burn you whenever they want. There's no commitment. There's no understanding. There's no care or concern. And I'm not saying everyone is like this, but there is a lot. I've been contacted. I've even gone out and contacted some. I've had people tell me about them via Facebook or other routes as well. And, you know, it just becomes... some of them are local. When I say local, they're in the Midlands. And like what you said, they've won awards. Yeah, go on, Matt. Email me again. info@websquadron.co.uk. They've won awards. But when you look at the awards, I have to be honest, right? There's a lot of businesses that have won local awards. But when you look at the local award, it's like it's what I call a secret club award. You got to pay to be part of a club or whatever, and then you win an award. But it's not really like a national or an international award. So I kind of go, yeah, whatever. You know, it's like when someone goes, hey, we won the award for the best armpit of the year. Yeah, because everyone enters the best armpit of the year, don't they? Okay, okay, John, so you're dealing with a client. Yeah, exactly, John, you know, and I often wonder about tactics within some of these awards, like, you know, has someone paid their way to win, or was there only ever one entry? The thing is, though, Matt, at least you're reaching out and finding people. By the way, though, are you finding them on LinkedIn or job websites and stuff like that, or is it word of mouth? Holland, just saw your question. What is the best way to put animations on your website? Lottie animation. By far, Lottie animation. But you want to be careful about the size of the Lottie. And also, too many animations can really pee people off. So watch out for that as well. Right, let me just read. Matt has sent me an email. Oh, sorry, I just deleted it. Sorry, I deleted it. Oh, yes, it's this company. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, so... right, okay. Okay, right. So I am not going to show the name of this company, right? I am not going to share the name of this company. I'm going to get a screenshot and I'm going to share a screenshot of some of these awards, right? And I'm going to pour shit over these awards. Are you ready for the awards? And I'm going to be honest about some of them as well. Okay? So, you ready for me to pour shit on the award? Are you ready? Only if you're ready, everyone, I will pour shit on these awards, alright? You ready for me to show you the awards? Hey. Are you ready? You're ready? You're ready? Yeah, hey, President, how are you? How are you doing? Not heard from you for a while. Hope you're okay. Hope you're all right. Right, let me now just pour a bit of shit over these awards, okay? Right, so here's the awards that this company that Matt was liaising with. Let me now tell you now. You see these two here? These bark ones. They mean nothing, right? They mean nothing. Let me tell you why they mean nothing, right? I have one of these as well. Did you know that? I've got one of these for 2021. How did I get that? Well, we were using bark for a time period as well where, like get business or whatever. Just because we satisfy clients and the clients say, yeah, he's done a good job or whatever, that means nothing. I could have got that in my sleep. I've seen some people get that and they've only got 2 reviews. Not one, two. They've got 2 reviews. Channel partner. That is also a bullshit one. I'm telling you now, that's bullshit as well. Look at this one here, Trustpilot. How do we know those reviews were real? 4.9 out of 8 free reviews. How do we... Right, there's a company, SCS, right? Do you know what SCS were doing about 4 years ago? And they got caught out by this sofa company, right? They basically said to people, if you give us a 5-star review, so, you know, you go to buy your sofa and you go, yeah, the cost is £2,000. If you give us a 5-star review, you will be entered into a competition to win the price of your sofa back. So you'll get your sofa for free. If you give us a 5-star review, you'll win your sofa back. So what do you think people did? 5-star review, 5-star review, 5-star review. For a chance to win. Do you know how many companies do that? Number 2, how do you not know they said to their clients, look, if you give us a 5-star review because it helps our profile, we'll give you a 10% discount. A 10% discount. Right? So I would question that. Now we move on to this one. So they are winner of Newcomer of the Year, Northeast Business Awards. You have to pay to be part of a club. It's like in Leicestershire, right? There's a business thing, right? And they do awards every year. But you got to pay a hefty sum to be part of this club. What they don't do is go around Leicestershire and find a company. Hey, Artif. What they don't do is go around Leicestershire, find a worthy business. No, you've got to be part of this club. So when you've paid a hefty amount of money and you probably help pay for events as well and drinks and sandwiches, you probably get pumped up. And over here, we have Digital Newcomer of the Year shortlisted. Now, I could send my name in to be the best YouTuber in the world. Forget PewPie and Mr. Beast and Logan Paul and KSI and all these people. Forget that. I'm going to submit my name. I might get shortlisted out of a shortlist of 100 people. So the hell what? So I've just shat all over these 5, okay? Because you know what? These are not what I would call worthy awards. So Matt, don't worry, mate. It's not like this is a amazing company that you're missing out on, all right? Seriously. And I've missed all the comments. Andrew's question, you got a link in orange, your white text, but it is orange on Firefox. Let me tell you now, Andrew, Firefox is a pain. Do you know, people always have a problem with Firefox, seriously. There you go, President. And that's what I mean. Some of these awards, right, you got to be either part of a club or an organization, you know, there's something different about actually winning, and then there's something about influencing to win. I'm all right, Artif. By the way, Artif, I've not I've seen I haven't had a chance to look at Facebook in the last 40 minutes. All right, so sorry if I've not replied to anything yet. I've noticed notifications, but not had a chance. So this was Artif. Those awards were based on a web design agency. But yeah. To be honest, Matt, trying to get a full-time job in the current climate and everything could be tricky, even with Elementor. I'm just going to go into the website, though. Right. Okay. Let me now show you one of their Trustpilot. Do you want to see one of their Trustpilot reviews? And this is why it looks so fake. Do you want to see one of their Trustpilot reviews? I do have to hide. I mean, Right, I've got to stick it into Canva, right? Because I need to hide the name. I need to hide the name. All right, I can't be that bad and show you the name. Let me show you one of their reviews, all right? Let me show you one of their reviews. Okay, let me show you one of their reviews. And let me tell you why it comes off as fake as shit. Let me tell you why it comes across as fake. So they mentioned them a few times here, right? So I need to hide the company name. Right. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see the review? Let me check the name. Is it right? Let me show you the review, right? And you tell me if this comes across as fake or real, all right? Don't forget to hit like, by the way, all right? Let me just hide... Right, look at this review. This company is the best if you're looking for a company to design your website, manage and help with your advertising, and everything else that comes with owning an e-commerce platform. Experts in their field and the customer service is also outstanding. Every person has a specialist area. They go over and above and beyond, blah, 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 blah. I feel valued and heard and my website rocks. Thank you to everyone at making me stand out above the rest. Does that look like a real review to you? Who talks like that when you leave a review? They design and do this and do this and do this. Who talks like that when you leave a review? Hey? Who leaves a review like that? No, Artif, not shitting on you, mate. I got no more shit left, Artif. I'm done with shitting. No way, Dave. You've been asked to put Trustpilot images as well. Hey, Kester. How are you? How's Trinidad doing? Incentives aren't a bad idea, but I just wonder. I do wonder a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Just read that review. 10th of August. And there's more of these. I'm not going to go through them. I just scanned the first 5 or 6. And I was like, nah. They're all just... Yeah, take care, Mark. Wow. Wow, hey. It's just amazing. You know, it continues. The comments do not read. They just read like they're orchestrated comments. And I think that is really, really sad. And like I've said to you before, Matt, you know, whenever we've gone in depth into some of these companies, maybe, you got it. It's a good thing that you get out now. I'm telling you, right, it is a good thing that you get out now. Because, yeah. Just checking. I'm just checking something. So some of their statements just read really, really false. Okay, and yeah. But yeah. And you know what? I'm sure they build good stuff. I'm sure they've got people that like them and all of that. I just don't buy into it. I really don't buy into it. Yeah, just don't buy into it, mate. Sorry, I was just reading some Facebook comments. Sorry, I skipped. Sorry, I was reading Facebook. Sorry. Do you think, Jason, I don't know if no, I'm not a stone lighter, I haven't. To be honest, though, my weight hasn't gone down because I'm obviously, I'm doing a bit more weights and stuff, but my arms are still quite tiny at the moment. But I'm doing more on my chest and stuff like that. Artif. Really? No way, Artif. Do you know what? That's a bit bad, isn't it? They will fast track a client if they don't leave a 5-star review. That's a bit bad, isn't it? No way. Yeah, do you know something, Artif? I do. The way I see it, yeah, if I see the odd 3-star or 4-star or whatever, or you can tell the way the review is written looks honest, then you go with it. Wow. Artie, I need to do a YouTube video on that solicitor now. Come on, give me the details. Give me the details. You know what you got to do? You've got to secretly give me their details and I need to contact them on, covert. I'll be like that. They won't even know it's me. I'll be like that. I need a solicitor. I'm for soliciting. Right? And the minute they say that to me, I'll get them on tape. Like, the Cook report. I'll be like, gotcha. It's all recorded now. You're done. You're done. And do a big, panorama expose. And right at the end, when the credits roll, right at the bottom, in font pixel 1, Times New Roman, it will say, thank you, Artif. Oh, man. I mean, look, Eddie, it used to be called sock puppeting. Amazon. So many people were releasing books on Amazon, self-publishers, and getting their friends and family to sock puppet. Goodreads, Amazon, writing forums. They were sock puppeting everywhere. Everywhere. Oh, yeah, this book is the most amazing book in the world. Oh, I love this book. Oh. This book is better than sex. Oh. I hope I'm not on loudspeaker right now, because if I am, yeah, you better turn the volume down. Hey, Mark Harris. Do you know something, Mark? You make a good point, because bad reviews also could be done by people who are just review bombing, right? Review bombing as well. The new Lord... Has anyone seen the new Lord of the Rings show by Amazon? I quite like it. At first, I was a bit... and then as I've watched it, it has grown on me. So review bombing is a bad idea. No way, Mark! No way, Mark. Shock your parents, read a book. That's actually a good poster, Pigstar. That's actually a good poster. Right, do you know something? I have to say, though... whoops. I've got the iWatch 4. So I've got the 4. I'm still not sure if the iPhone 5, 6 and 7 never made me upgrade. And I'm still not sure the iPhone 8 does as well. I mean, other than the fact if you have a car crash, it will now know you've had a car crash and it will call emergency SOS. Other than that, I mean, I have to say, even with the iPhone 14, I would have to see it. You know what I would love to do? I need to go into the Apple store, and what I need to do is I need to get them to take me into a dark room, have a single light on, and I go, right, have someone stand there, and I will go, right, with my iPhone XR, what is the quality of a video footage? Now show me the iPhone 14. I need to see it. I don't believe it until I see it. Is anyone else like that? Better camera, better aperture, light sensitivity. I need to see it. Hey, Melissa. And by the way, Artif, we will find a loophole in their loophole. All right? Their loophole will also be a stitch, and we'll find a loophole in that stitch. Hey Artie, do I have any videos on self-publishing? No, but I might do one day. You know, just like a completely off-topic self-publishing video. Absolutely, Mark. Wheel of Time I did not like. I hope Lord of the Rings gets better. I feel like episode 1 and episode 2 was an extended prologue. And I think they're saving all the good stuff for episode 3 and 4. I hope it picks up. Take care, Dennis. Take care, Andrew. By the way, Andrew, if you're still struggling, can you put it in the Facebook group, Web Squadron Facebook group? Right, I'm only going to be live for another 5 minutes. So, Melissa, you've come right at the end. I'm really sorry. But I'm only going to be live for 5 more minutes. Please do hit like if you have not hit like already. I've got 2 more videos to edit. I've got to go pick my son up. And I want to just do a bit more double checking of ACF. And I'll be recording a video on ACF very soon. We got an all-in-one security plugin video coming out tomorrow. Well, the thing, yeah, so Pixstar, what I'm interested in is, because they've now got a better aperture and all of that, I mean, this is an iPhone XR, by the way, and I've got the lamp right over here, so it's quite close over my head. But I quite like the way things look on the camera. But I would love to know, what's the iPhone 14 like? Is it even sharper and cleaner? Matt Hanlon. Agency asked me to rebuild a client's website. 100 pages. Wow. Google Language Translator. I think it's called Google Language Translator. Was it G Translator? I think it's called G Translator. It's free and you can do loads of languages, and you can have a map. You can have maps or a drop down, and it will allow them to pick the languages, so you can do all that. To be honest, Matt, I might wait for the iPhone 15 as well, because I've got a feeling the next big thing in the iPhone, they're going to wait until the iPhone 15. I think they're going to wait. Francisco, what registrar is the most suitable renewal-wise? I don't know the answer for that. Oh, Zeiss lenses are amazing. That's what I used to get for my spectacles. Zeiss lenses, Zeiss spectacle lenses are amazing. Take care, Jimmy. See you soon, mate. Yep, the big iOS update looks good. I posted on the Facebook group. Hey, Maddie, how are you? I posted on the Facebook group. I'm still irritated by the fact that, you know, when you need to shut down like apps. You know, when you need to shut down stuff, you got to keep, you know, scroll up. I'm still irritated that. What I really want is for when you go to the control panel, why can't we have a button right here that when you hit, all of the apps shut down? Dun dun. Let's hit something there. Dun 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 dun. They all just shut down in one go. I just still don't get why we can't have that. I know it affects apps and stuff like that, but yeah, a button that just dumps it all down in one go. Take care, Carrie. Maddie, I'm only going to be live for 1 more minute. I'm only going to be live for 1 more minute. Yeah, I have to say though, the iPhone, the Apple Watch Ultra looks really good. I do like the Apple Watch Ultra. You know, that's I feel that's nice, bulky, nice. It's got some, I like the display on that with the with the compass. That's the thing, Eddie, though. I just like, how many times has it been, where like, how many times has it been when you go to your phone or my son's iPad? My son, sometimes I go to shut his iPad down and he's got like 20 things open and I'm like, next day, another 20, and it sucks the battery life, doesn't it? I know, Matt. I know. Double the price, isn't it? But it does look good, doesn't it? There's something about it. It looks so like, oh, yeah. And that whole orange colour, I really like that. Yeah, Maddie, you're on your... I mean, I will try and do some more evening slots in future. Because it's, I totally get that for like, a lot of people in America, you've just had breakfast and you're now just sitting down to kick off, start the day, and you're double checking your emails, and you've got me in the background talking about rubbish. Okay, look, everyone, I am going to go now. I've got a few videos to edit, loads of videos coming out, all-in-one security plugin video coming out tomorrow. Released a video earlier about WordPress and web design and developers and the long arguments we have, but I hope you find that interesting. Love to see your comments on that. Ruben, you arrived very at the end. I need a small favor for you next time. No, Ruben, why don't you email me info@websquadron.co.uk. Ruben, can you email me info@websquadron.co.uk? Right, go for it. Yeah, Pickstar. If you're eating a sausage, right? If you're eating a sausage at breakfast time, you can hear me in the background. What could be better, right? What could be better? Of course, Eddie, Raheem will be back. If I do them later on, he'll just jump in, won't he? All right, take care, Matt. Take care, everyone. But yeah, Ruben, send me an email, info@websquadron.co.uk. Don't forget to hit like. Don't forget to look after yourselves, your friends and family. Always get your work done. Even when you're watching, right? Please do not join these live chats if you have work. I don't want you to miss out on important work. Earn your money, right? Take care, everyone. I'll see you soon. I'm Imran.